Hi, in this video today we're going to descale, self-clean this Russell Hobbs Supreme Steam Iron here. So it tells you what to do in the instructions, so you can pause that if you want to read it, but we're going to be going through it in the video. So let's start. First thing we have to do is open up the reservoir here. I'm currently unplugged and we're going to fill it up to the max level. So the max level is up here. So put in normal cold tap water. Right, I'm now up to the max level here and I'm going to close the lid. We need to put this one across to where it's no steam. So I'm going to be turning this clockwise until we have the X over the little steam cloud there, so I can't turn it anymore. And we're going to be putting this dial at the bottom here to max. So I'm moving it around to max. So that's on max there, and that's steam off. This is the button we're going to be pressing to self-clean it. So we're going to put it on its heel, I'll plug it in now, and then when the light goes out, it's ready to self-clean. So it's going to take a minute or so to heat up. You can see there's a little blue light just down here. Now when we're doing the self-clean, we're going to be holding it horizontally. We're going to be pressing this button in here, and we're going to be over a bowl or a sink while it's still plugged in. Obviously, don't do it over something with a load of water. You don't want to risk electrocution. And what should happen is we should get steam and water coming out of here, which will then clean out all the scale that's built up. You're supposed to do this at least once a month if you live in a hard water area, more frequently. But obviously, depending on how often you use your iron, the more often you use your iron, the more you're going to have to descale it. Right, so you can see now that the light's gone out, so we're ready to descale. So I'm going to hold this button in here for the whole time while doing it, and I'm basically going to be just moving it left and right and forward and backward, just letting the water move around the place. Now it does generate a lot of steam, so make sure there's nothing important around this area that the steam might affect. And you can see it's not just steam that's coming out, there's water coming out as well. We have to do this until the reservoir is empty. Now it can be quite tiring because you've got to hold the button down the whole time. I've got about a quarter of the reservoir left. You can see when you go vertical for a second how much is left. Right, I'm going to stop it there. There's a bit left in the reservoir, but there's very little steam coming out. So I'm going to unplug it now and let it cool. And then once it's cooled down, I'm going to remove the rest of the water that's in here by just tipping it away. So I'm just going to let that cool for a few minutes. Okay, so it's been unplugged for about 5 or 10 minutes now, and it's cooled down enough for me to empty this out here. So there's about, I don't know, maybe about 1/5 left there. I'm sure if you were to leave it longer, you might be able to get more out, but it really seemed to slow down at the end, and my finger was getting tired. It is actually quite hard work holding that down. You could try and do it with your thumb, but you'd need an incredibly long thumb to get there and hold it down for the whole time while doing it. So yeah, that's it there. And if you've got any scale build up here, then you can just use a cloth and get rid of that in your normal way. So that's it. That's how to descale or self-clean your Russell Hobbs Supreme Steam Iron. Hope the video's helped you out. Thanks for watching.